Lisbon, Portugal, March 20, 2025. The passage of Depression Martinho through Portugal caused more than 7,800 occurrences related to bad weather until 4 p.m. on Thursday, March 20, with a special incidence in the Greater Lisbon area. It caused several injuries, one of which was serious power outages for thousands of consumers and damage to farms. Taking a walk through the streets of Lisbon in the morning, when the rain had eased off, it was difficult to not trip over broken branches on the ground or other small debris torn up by the wind. Billboards and posters were bent and turned by the force of the gusts that, in Cabo da Roca, reached 169.2 km per hour at 1:30 am on Thursday, when the maximum predicted by the alert from the Portuguese Institute of the Sea and Atmosphere (IPMA) was 120 km per hour. During the early hours of the morning, strong winds overturned three small planes at Tyres airfield and knocked trees down onto cars. Images taken by residents show the strength of the rain and the moment when one of the aircraft is turned over by the wind. No one was injured. Two aircraft belong to an aviation school, and the third is private. The planes, which weighed up to 2 tons, were without passengers and properly secured at specific stopping points at the airfield.
Oi? Yeah.
Depression Martinho was also reported to have caused significant damage to the roof of the Rio Stadium. On Thursday morning, those responsible for the Vila do Conde emblem were faced with significant destructions of the stands due to the rain and mainly the strong wind. Several roof panels flew off and were scattered around the area known as the Estadio dos Arcos. This damage represents yet another headache for Rio F's directors, especially since the stadium now only has one stand, after the demolitions at the end of 2020 of the one that exists on the east side. A decision motivated by the structural problems that the aforementioned bench presented and which led to its closures. The most affected region was Lisbon and Vale do Tejo, where 4,732 occurrences were recorded, representing 61% of the total. Greater São Paulo alone, there were 2,870. In the city of São Paulo itself, between 9 p.m. on Wednesday and 4 p.m. on Thursday, there were 920 occurrences registered, reported the City Hall. The mayor of Lisbon, Carlos Moedas, said that 6 people were injured due to the bad weather. At least 15 people were displaced and another 13 were displaced due to the bad weather in the municipality of Lorena. Around 18,000 e-reach users in several locations remained without power in the early afternoon. The districts of Liria, Coimbra, and Viana do Castelo are the most affected, reported the EDP Group company. Dozens of roads and streets were cut off due to falling trees or other large objects in cities such as Lisbon and Porto. There were also cuts to rail traffic on the main lines such as Cascais, where traffic only resumed at 12:50 p.m. between Cais do Sodré and Algés in both directions, after a total interruption due to the damage to a catenary. According to ANPC, the 25 de Abril bridge and the Vasco da Gama bridge have limited speeds. On the Cascais line, circulation between Algés and Cascais resumed at 5:30 p.m., which means that 3-hour trains along its entire length in both directions. But with conditions, circulations only occurs in one lane due to significant damage to a catenary, said Infraestruturas de Portugal. The storm also caused serious damage to agriculture. It damaged greenhouses, broke trees, ruined crops. With the scenario of rain and strong winds continuing over the next few days, at least until Saturday, Alexander Peña, ANPC's operations deputy, advised that the alert be maintained. The possibility of the extreme winds phenomena cannot be ruled out, especially in a coastal area and in the central and southern regions of the country, a sudden intensification of the wind. The sea will continue to be dangerous, and it is not advisable to take risks. The rough seas will remain permanently on coast. It is a phenomenon that everyone likes to see, but we ask that people stay away from the surf zone, the officer stressed.